medicine, law, business, engineering. These are noble pursuits and necessary to sustain life. But poetry, beauty, romance, love, these are what we stay alive for. To quote from Whitman.
I love this quote from Dead Poet Society because it reminds me every day how much we have lost ourselves in life and how much we have fallen into this pit where it is difficult to come out of because of responsibilities and work and life and people's expectations on us. And this is why I'm making this video today, because I love encouraging people to indulge themselves in any sort of art form, such as reading, even if it's like books or just painting, watching films, etc. And this video is mainly going to be about how I have recently improved some of my reading habits. I used to be an avid reader, and there was a certain point in my life where my parents had to hide books from me so that I can actually study for exams. And this is kind of saddening to me, that how much I was so obsessed with book and pleasing myself with stories and plots and just imaginations in my mind, and today is just reels and TikToks. This is hilarious but also saddening. So yeah, this is why I'm making this video, and I will share some personal tips that has worked for me. The tips that I'm going to use are pretty simple, and there are only two tips that I have followed very actively during my reading journey. And the first one would be to use audiobooks. Now, if your attention span is very poor, if it's less than 10 minutes, let's say, then I think audiobooks are really helpful, because the person that is doing the audio is also doing voice modulation and playing the character, the narrators during a conversation, and it is easier for you to be hooked into the story. So what I did for myself while reading Crime and Punishment by Fyodor Dostoevsky recently, I kept the book open in front of me while also listening to audios, and I was going through the book line by line, and it was very easy for me to read the book. And also I would like to mention that if it's a classic novel and it's not modern English, then there is a high chance for you to lose your attention over and over again. So audiobooks is helpful even for that purpose. And the next thing I would say is that take one author at a time. For instance, I have taken Albert Camus recently, and I'm only exploring his best works, and I am diving into his mindset, his ideologies. And I think it is important for you to not jump from one idea to another over and over again. Take one author, whoever you like, author that has pretty easy reads, for instance Albert Camus or George Orwell. They have books under 100 pages, modern English, it's very easy, but it is going to take time for you to understand and analyze and delve deeper into their minds. And these are the two tips, but I would also like to recommend a few books that I have started with. And I think it is important to note that you can't just choose any book. You can choose children's book, but that will not how it will work. You have to choose books that will challenge and will question your mindset. And for that, I have three books in my recommendation list. The first would be The Mask of the Red Death by Edgar Allan Poe. This is just a 10-page story, and Edgar Allan Poe is known for his gothic horror stories. and it's a pretty fun read, but it is also going to make you stay awake at night. The next would be definitely, I think you should choose one, either Animal Farm by George Orwell or The Stranger by Albert Camus. Both are equally brilliant books by these brilliant men, and these are short stories under 100 pages. And even though you may finish it within a week or two, but it is going to take time for you to analyze and do a lot of rereading, maybe just to delve deeper into the writer's mindset. And this is pretty amazing because it will only keep you hooked into these books for weeks. And the next would be The Eternal Husband by Fyodor Dostoevsky. And I know that a lot of people have been talking about The White Knights, but I think Eternal Husband is not more talked about, and I think it deserves equal hype as The White Knights. And yeah, these are the three books that I think is going to improve your reading habit, your interest in books, your mindset, and everything at once. If you have stayed with me for this long, I would also like to mention that I am also open to recommendations of books and tips that you guys may use. And I'm also planning to add more videos where I do some book reviews and book analysis of my favorite authors. And yeah, that's it. Bye bye.